Hey guys, Juan here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get free organic traffic through Google by ranking your site at the top of the first page for your most profitable keyword. So I wanted to quickly go over the difference between paid ads and SEO. Obviously with paid ads, it's something that you're going to be continually having to pay, and it's not going to be where you can have a one-time cost and keep getting that traffic. So with paid ads, right? AdWords, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, influencer marketing, and Pinterest ads, yeah, these are going to get you a lot of traffic, but they're also going to cost you each and every day, each month. Now, when we look at SEO, this is a one-time cost. Once you rank your site at the top of Google, your site is going to stay there. There's a lot of different factors that will essentially maintain your position there, right? Once you're at the top, because Google has deemed you as the most authoritative subject or one of the most authoritative sites in that particular subject. Okay, so we can see here the benefits of SEO, which is a one-time cost, free organic traffic, because Google is essentially doing the advertising for you, right? It's like billboard advertising for free. And also we have branding, right, that it allows you to do, and it has the highest return on investment, right? Let's say you spend $500, $1,000 one time on SEO, or over maybe a couple months, right? 2 or 3 months. And so once you reach the top of Google, you're not going to be paying for any ads, right? You have free traffic coming to your site every single day. So I'm going to go ahead and assume you have a Shopify store, and I'm going to go through an example of how you can optimize your website for a particular store that you're going to be creating or you already have. So let's say we wanted to start a particular shop, right, a store, Shopify store, for funny dog t-shirts, okay? This is very, very niche, very specific. And first thing that I would do is I would look at the competition, okay? What are the guys on the first page? What are they doing? How do they have their page title? Their meta description, which is this little piece of text down here. It's giving a little description of what the product is or what the site is about, right? Your page title is obviously going to be the one that's going to be the highest as far as importance for Google to read what your site is about, okay? So you can see here, they have a lot of great keywords in here: funny dog t-shirts, cool puppy tees, and we can actually see some more information about these guys when we pull them up. So I pulled them up over here, okay? Now this is the page. Now, one of the key things that I want to let you know is a lot of people out there I've seen will talk about ranking your particular product page. So for example, if we wanted to essentially rank this page on Google for this shirt, it would be much better and more lucrative for us, right, to rank this category page here. Because in this category page here, you have a bunch of different shirts, right? You don't only have just one. And if you optimize it correctly, right, you send the right backlinks, right, anchor text, and you get it up to the top, just like these guys, right? These guys know what's up. These guys are actually ranking this as far as the category page here at the top, instead of ranking just one shirt, right? Because if you have just one shirt, just this shirt's going to rank. With the category page, you have a larger selection to bring your actual visitors to, so that they can see all the different types of shirts that you have, so they can make a purchase, right? So the next thing I want to show you is all their on-page elements. There's this tool here, which is the Moz toolbar. You can actually download it for free, and it'll show you all of their on-page elements to see kind of what they're doing. So let's go ahead and click on that here real quick. So this is their exact page title: funny dog t-shirts, right? This is what we saw on the actual Google listing. So funny dog t-shirts, cool puppy tees, okay? Here's the meta description, right? That little text under the actual page title. And the meta keywords, this used to be important a while back, but not really of importance now as far as the Google and the SEO algorithm. So H1, okay, this is very, very important here. They have adorable, funny dog t-shirt. So they have the keywords not only here that they're targeting, right, but also in the H2. And it's very important that you only have one H1 on each page, okay? And then you can have multiple H2s, but let me show you how they're doing this, right? Because they're tackling a lot of different keywords in here within the H1 and H2. So here's the H1, okay? So they have a lot of keywords in here they're targeting, which is great. And let's go down here to the H2. Okay, all right, so here's the H2, and then they have some text down here. I would recommend trying to have a little bit of text on your page. I know that with Shopify stores, it's not the best idea to have text on your actual category pages because you want people to take an action, right? To shop and to buy. And text, it can get in the way because of our short attention spans. If there's text here above the fold, right when somebody lands on the site, it's going to be hard for them to come in here and really just make a quick purchasing decision because the text is in the way. So these guys did a great job in putting the text down here at the very bottom, okay? So the next thing that I want to show you is essentially all of the factors that come into play with SEO. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to show you as far as the different types of domains that you can actually register. So you have your exact match domain, which is, let's say you wanted to go after, right, the funny dog t-shirts. So you would create a domain that says funny dog t-shirts. Now, the problem with this is that you can get over optimized very quickly. So if you're going out and getting backlinks and you're sending a bunch of anchor text, which is the actual text that's linking back to your site, and it has a lot of this exact text on it, you can get in trouble really quickly and your site can actually tank, right? And it can actually get a penalty. Now, the next type of domain is the branded, and this is going to be your safest bet to not get over optimized because what ends up happening is a lot of people will create these exact match domains or partial match domains, and they'll send a bunch of links to the site that has these keywords in there, and it'll end up getting over optimized. So with branded, you can actually send a lot more of the money anchor text, right, which is your actual anchor text that you want to rank for, right, the keywords. And you can start to develop and build your brand, right, which is one of the biggest things that Google likes to see, right, real actual businesses building their brands. Now, the final one here is the partial match domain. Now, this is where you're going to have a variation of your keyword in here. So dog, shirt, store, right, as opposed to an exact, which would be funny dog t-shirt. So those are the three different types of domains. Depending on where you're at, if you're just starting a new store or looking to build multiple stores and want to have maybe a niche specific store and more of a kind of a broad, so let's say like health and fitness, you can have several different types of products in there versus if you're going after a very niche specific type of store, right, with funny dog t-shirts, right? You can't have that store really be about anything else, okay? So the next thing that I want to show you here is the on-page and off-page factors that really are going to dictate whether you have a successful SEO campaign or not. On the on-page here, we can see the page title, right? This is what essentially tells Google what your site is about, okay? And then the meta description, right? There's that little piece of snippet, that little text under the actual page title listing in Google. And then you have your H1 and H2. Then we have our off-page. Now, the off-page is really going to be about you building links, right? And you getting social signals to back to your site. So the social fortress is essentially where you go and you build out a lot of different profiles on highly authoritative and trusted sites. So for example, Blogspot, WordPress, all these different social bookmarking, social profile sites, right, that are going to essentially pass that authority onto your site. Now the backlinks, right? So if you think about it, SEO is really like an online popularity contest. Just think about it that way. The more other trusted, authoritative, and relevant sites are actually talking about your store, about your website, your business, whatever it may be, the more Google is going to deem you as the most authoritative for whatever type of keyword or whatever kind of keywords or subjects or niches you're going to go after, right? Then you have your social signals, which is essentially your Facebook likes, shares, comments, which is telling Google, hey, this particular page, this particular blog, or whatever it might be, is very popular, right? So this is just a quick overview of really what SEO is about, okay? I'll go into depth in more videos as far as the complete SEO breakdown. One of the great things about SEO is that it's very easy for us to look at what Google wants, what Google likes, right? By just going to Google real quick, typing in a particular search term, and looking at what the top guys are already doing, right? And be able to reverse engineer that. So if we go and take this particular page over here, right? And let me just copy this URL here. All right, and let's put them in here. And this is a tool here called the SEMrush. This is going to show us a lot of the keywords that they're already ranking for that we can target as well. All right, so we can see here this particular page is ranking for 106 keywords. They're getting about 308 traffic, okay? And we can see here all the different keywords that they're targeting. So what we would do is we would go through here and compile a list, right, of all the relevant keywords that would make sense for us to be going after. So funny dog t-shirts right there as well. Okay, funny dog t-shirts with the T out here. Let's see here, t-shirts for dogs. Okay, I'm not sure if this would be relevant because the t-shirts are for actual people, right? They're not for dogs. Maybe if they were selling t-shirts for actual dogs, I think that would make sense. Let me see here, dog shirts for humans. Okay, fun. So we would go through and compile a list for the most relevant keywords that would make sense for us to be going after. So let's go back over here and let's say that we wanted to create a collections page on Shopify, right? That's typically how they have their particular category pages, right? You have the URL, then you have /collections, and then whatever it is that you want to put in there as far as keywords. So let's go over here to this tool, which is the SEOmofo.com, and this is going to show us how our actual listing, right, page title is going to look within the Google actual platform. So let's see here. Based on the information that we saw over here, right, which these guys have, okay. So funny dog, let's go ahead and copy this here and see how we can make this fit. So this is 96. This is a lot, right? This is too much, right? We would like to have this be preferably under 60 characters. So we could have funny dog t-shirts, okay? Let me see here, nerdy shirts for dogs. Yeah, so I would remove this. Okay. Funny dog t-shirts, cool puppy tees. Let me see here. Puppy tees, nerdy shirts for dogs. Or, let me see here. Funny dog t-shirts, puppy tees, shirts for dogs. Okay. That right there is how this is going to look right here. So funny dog t-shirts, and we can even put funny dog t-shirts and puppy tees, shirts for dogs. No, we don't need the and there. So funny dog t-shirts, puppy tees, shirts, and okay. So one of the biggest things here with the page title is you want to make it so that it's going to be actually converting, right? When people actually look at this actual page title, is it going to be enticing enough for them to click on it? But then you also want to make sure that you have keywords in here. So let's say, just for example, this one here, funny dog t-shirts, okay? Or maybe we can put the best funny dog t-shirts, puppy tees, and shirts for dogs, okay? Okay, so the URL, what will we put in here? So if we go back over here, when we see, so these guys have crazy dog t-shirts. So they have dog t-shirts in here, right? Which is a partial match domain. Then they got funny and they got dog. So I would say funny dog t-shirts would probably be the best, right? That would make the most sense. So let's see here. Funny dog shirts. Okay. Right there. Funny dog t-shirts. So you can see here the URL pupgear.com/collections funny dog t-shirts. So now this entire page here, which is your collections page, is going to have a bunch of different funny dog t-shirts, okay? And so here in the actual meta description, we can look at what these guys are doing as well. Let's go ahead and bring this down here. Okay, that's one of the key things is not making this difficult, right? Looking at what the competition's doing, the top guys, and essentially adding a little bit of your own twist to it, right? Reverse engineering them. So I would say, okay, let's see here, cute dog shirts for canine lovers. So the best funny dog t-shirts, right? Boom, 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 right? Let's get this out of here. Okay, the best funny dog t-shirts, funny tees for dogs and people, multiple sizes available. Okay, so now just reading this, it looks like these guys have shirts for not only the dogs, but also obviously people. So the best funny dog t-shirts, funny tees for dogs and people, multiple sizes available, and then we can put like free shipping. Right? So that's going to be it for actual on page, right? And like I mentioned, we want to make sure we have an H1 here and an H2 most likely down here at the bottom, okay? That is also going to have keywords in there, right? Relevant niche keywords. So now it's time for us to do our off page, which is link building, which is probably going to be the most important factor because, yeah, you can have your on page set up perfectly, right? Have your actual page title, your meta description, and have your H1, your H2, but you're just optimized on page, right? It's going to be hard for you to actually rank on Google because you're not authoritative enough. So now we want to build up your authority and your trust. So here is an actual website called the noam.com. And what this does, if you, let's say you wanted to build funnydogtshirts.com, for example, right? And you wanted to build branded profiles here, social bookmarking, social profiles here. And you can type in funny dog t-shirts here, and it'll show us all the different sites that we can actually build our actual name here within these particular pages. So for Tumblr, for example, let me show you here. So for Tumblr, we typically, when you build a profile, it's going to be on a subdomain. So it would be like this: funny dog t-shirts, right? .tumblr, and that is what your actual Tumblr page would look like. Okay, and so as you see here, it'd be branded. But let's say we were doing, go back over here, dog t-shirt store or dog shirt store, right? Let's go back over here. So then it would be dog shirt store, right? .tumblr, right? So what I have is an actual gig here that I've used, and these guys here are very, very good at what they do. So what they'll do is they'll go build you profiles that are branded to your website. So here we can see they can build you 150 profiles, right, in 10 days, and it's going to cost you $120, or they can build you 100 in 7 days, and it's going to cost you $80. So now if you only just want 15, that's going to be $10. So they can do that for you. They provide an Excel sheet for you. They phone verify everything. They create an email for you, and it's going to be just huge for you if you're just starting out. And let's say you don't have very much off page going on, right? It's definitely going to help you out. Now we want to start building some more links, right? Because we want to increase the popularity, we want to increase the authority and the trust of the site. So I want to show you here somebody I've been using for a while on People Per Hour. They work fantastic. They have a lot of great links, and they can get you ranked pretty quickly. So Green D here, he goes by Tim, and one of the actual gigs here that I recommend for you starting out is this 100% white hat SEO package here. So here you can see all the different links that he'll build for you. Okay, you can see here edu links here as well, image sharing sites, and let's go down right here. So your URL and up to 8 keywords. So this is great here, right? Because you're going to have 8 keywords as far as the anchor text, right, that you're going to be able to go and shoot to your particular target page, right, which would be this page here, funny dog t-shirts that you want to rank, right? So oftentimes what he'll do is he'll recommend for you as far as like your page title. Let's say if your page title isn't the best, or maybe he has some recommendations for you to change your page title or your meta description to make it more enticing, right? He'll add that in there for you. And he's just been working very, very well for me for a while. I've used him on a ton of different projects. Highly recommend him. So really that's it, right? If you want to rank on Google with your Shopify store, you want to make sure you have the right page title, right? The right meta description, the keywords that are in there, right? They need to make sense to what you're trying to rank for, right? Your most profitable keywords. Funny dog t-shirts. You obviously want to rank for that, so you want to put that into your page title, into your URL, right? So after you have all that on page, right, then you start building links. And once you start building links, you're going to start seeing a lot of results. So let me just show you here one of our Shopify stores and their rankings. And I'm actually going to block out the names here because I don't want to show off our stores, really. As you can see here, we weren't ranking for anything. Then we started to send in some links, right? And this is where we did the on page, right? We made sure that the on page was right. Once that was set, then we started our link building campaign. So as you can see here, right, we've had a significant amount of jump, right? Excuse me, and it's going up and down, going up and down. And we're about the 4th position. And that's where we typically range, right? Anywhere between the 1st and the 4th position. But this is how a typical SEO campaign is going to look like for you. And yeah, I mean, you can go ahead and get a lot of the different types of traffic through paid ads, right? Google AdWords, Facebook ads. Facebook ads is actually going to be great for you on, let's say you have people coming to your site and for whatever reason they don't buy, or maybe they add to cart and they leave, something happened, whatever. Facebook ads is actually a great way to retarget them, and retargeting is actually very, very cheap. I'll make another video on retargeting, but yeah, retargeting is going to really help you capture those people that came onto your site and were looking to buy, were interested, but something got in their way, whatever happened, right, and they didn't end up buying. So this is essentially this video here that I wanted to put together for you guys. I'm going to start creating a lot more content for you, and let me know any questions, any other kind of videos you guys want me to make, and really appreciate you guys tuning in.